right, it is June 23rd, 2025. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning. And long story short, what happened was just a few hours ago, I posted a message on the Facebook groups. And I said, hey, listen, I'm looking to make friends. I want to travel more. I'm thinking of taking a cruise out of San Diego. I'd like to make some friends, and maybe we could travel together, maybe share a cruise room together. I said it's a terrible idea, but, I'm trying. I'm trying to make friends. And listen, if we share a room on a cruise, presumably we become friends, it's half price, because if you go solo, they charge you extra. Anyway, I received so much freaking hate mail from all these people in Arizona. I mean, people were flipping out. That you're too cheap. Stop with the coupons. You're never going to get to San Diego. It's a terrible idea. Anyway, I got so overwhelmed with so much negative feedback yesterday. It told me that it must be a great idea. It must be a great idea to go to San Diego. So as all these people were bitching just yesterday, actually just a few hours ago, technically yesterday because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I booked a flight. So I'm on my way to San Diego as we speak. I'm going to be there in about an hour. I'll be at the airport in about an hour. I'm going to be spending the day in San Diego. Don't have any reservations, not bringing any luggage. I'm just going to jump on the plane and go to San Diego and see what I find and spend the day and check it out. I had more coupons for like SeaWorld and stuff, but I'm not even going to go. I'm just going to go to San Diego and check it out and see what I find. And, what the hell? So again, anytime I get that much negative feedback, it tells me that it must be a great idea. So let the journey begin. I'm heading out the door, but you know what? I forgot to mention a very important critical detail. This whole trip, the gas money to the airport, parking at the airport, the flight to and from San Diego, it's important to note that I am, of course, using coupons for virtually everything, between the parking and the flights. Just to let you know, it's costing me, thanks to coupons, it's costing me less for this whole trip to get to San Diego and back and park the car at the airport, costing me less than most of you folks that are bitching and yelling at me spend on dinner. So anyway, on my way. Right, so I'm at the Phoenix airport on my way to San Diego. As you can see, it's very busy. It's about 4:15 in the morning, and just waiting for my plane. And the adventure continues. I'm in San Diego, and I'm freezing my ass off. I just got out of the airport, and it is cold. This is supposed to be the best weather in the world, and I'm cold. Anyway, now that I'm at the airport, a lot of people are yelling at me in hate mail saying I got to get a rent-a-car and don't be cheap and blah, blah, blah. Listen, number one, we're not renting a car. I don't want to spend the money. Okay, got to be frugal. But even if I did rent a car, it doesn't make any sense because, listen, maybe I'm going to go to Fish World, SeaWorld, right? So if I rent a car, I got to spend money to rent the car. Then I got to take the car, I got to drive it to Fish World, and guess what? I got to pay $40 to park the car. So that's asinine, stupid, and a waste of money. So the question is, how am I going to get around San Diego, which, by the way, I don't think I've ever been here. Certainly by myself without any form of transportation. So I am the king of frugality. So what I'm going to do is, according to my plan, I am going to take a public bus called the Rider. I think it's called the Rider. And from my little bit of research, i.e. I called up the bus company yesterday, and I said, free is for me. And they said, no trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bus. I think it's called the Rider. And that bus, I kid you not, is free. And that is going to take me to Old Town. And Old Town is a place I'm supposed to go see shopping and stuff. And then from there, I can take any other bus I want. And from what I understand, it's a grand total of $6 for the day, unlimited travel on all the buses and trolleys included. So that's the plan. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I end up with egg on my face. It's no big deal. I could always get an Uber or a Lyft or a cab, but most of the time, those guys are shysters. In fact, here's another little frugality tip. You never want to use an Uber or a Lyft or a cab from the airport if you can, because most of the time, as you probably know, they really screw you on the price because they know people don't know what the hell they're doing. So again, I am on my way to go find this bus, which supposedly is free. And as you know, free is for me. So let's take the journey and see where it goes. I'm still here, still in the airport. And look what I found. Look what I found. My favorite 4-letter word, free. Free is for me. And look, free, and it goes to Old Town. So I screwed up on the name. I forget what I said it was before, but that's the name. It's a flyer. It's a flyer bus. So free is for me. So again, think about it, people. Even though I'm going to get a ton of hate mail, if I rented a car that probably would cost me, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks to rent it for the day. Then I'm going to go to this place. I got to park the car. That's going to cost me another 20, 30, 40 dollars to park the car. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Stick with me, ladies. If you want a man that knows how to save money, here I am. It's not a very good aphrodisiac, but I love coupons and frugality. So anyway, that is where I'm going to go. I'm going to get on the free is for me, the free flyer bus, and that's going to take me to Old Town, which is one of the tourist places I wanted to get to anyway. So that's the journey, and it's continuing, and needless to say, due to my frugality, I'm here by myself because everybody won't go with me. All right. Oh, by the way, if any single ladies out there are child-free and like a guy that uses coupons, feel free to get in touch with me. My website is pizzelli.com. Okay, onward. All right. Expected something a little different, but that little sign there, that's called the Old Town Flyer. So this is hopefully the bus, either that or I'm getting kidnapped. So we'll see where I go. Either way, it's a free ride. Well, I have some bad news, ladies. Turns out I was not kidnapped. That is actually the correct bus that I took. And it took me to Old Town here, and free is for me. And just to let you know, I'd say it was a non-stop ride. I probably was on that bus for about 15 minutes, probably roughly 10 miles or so. So had I taken a cab like you knuckleheads have been yelling at me to do, that probably would easily cost me 30, 40 bucks, particularly from the airport, because they always screw you on that deal. So anyway, I'm in Old Town. I don't know what the hell's here. I'm going to find out. And supposedly from this location, I would take well, that's a bus, obviously, but from here I can go to any other location I want. So I'm going to take a look and see what's around here. I tell you the one thing I definitely screwed up on, though. I'm freezing my ass off. I thought it was going to be nice in San Diego, but coming from Arizona, I'm cold. And what I notice is everybody's wearing pants. I'm the only moron wearing shorts. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what I find. Up across the street from the Old Town bus thing that I just got off of. And as you can see, that is the McCoy House Museum. I don't know what that is. I don't really care what it is. I don't even like museums. The only reason I'm documenting this is because now I can find my way back here. I don't know if there's like 9 million different bus stations and stuff. So now if I get lost, I'll just type in McCoy House Museum, and that'll tell me exactly where I got to go to get back to the airport later on. All right, let's see where I find. I have the Old Town San Diego State Historic Park. Can't read backwards on the screen. You know what this is? Me either. But I tell you what, it looks like it's dead. I don't know what the hell this is, but anyway, let's see what else I find. I'm in Old Town, except I'm pretty much the only guy here. I think the problem is I'm a little too early. I think it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm running on fumes, but I think this is going to open up a little bit, but it looks like an old town, in case you haven't seen an old town. So I'm going to skedaddle and see what else I can find. I'm going to look for a sweatshirt because I am really freaking cold, and then I'll come back and see what this thing's about. Okay, so there, Old Town San Diego. I just spoke to some security guards. Yeah, I am way too early. They said it's going to open up in about 2 hours, so I'm going to come back and check out Old Town. But look what I found. You see it? My favorite 4-letter word. Free. Free is for me, ladies. So everybody says 4-letter words are bad. I completely disagree. So free museum. I hate museums, but who cares? If it's free's for me, I'll come back. All right, time to warm up. Still by Old Town. Things are they just kind of starting to open up. That's a trolley tour. I just walked over and asked. That's between $50 to $75 to sit on a bus and drive around. But I think I have an unlimited bus pass for $6 based on the thing I did. So I'm going to go check that out. Anyway, because I don't want to sit on a bus all damn day anyway. I want to kind of walk around and see stuff. But again, everything is not open yet. So imagine that people are sleeping in later than me. This is unusual. In the meantime, I figured out why I was freezing my ass off. It's 64 degrees here in the wonderful world of San Diego. I thought I was going to be sweating bullets, but I'm freezing my buns off. So anyway, I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to do next. Like I said, that's Old Town there, but it's going to be like another hour or two before things open up. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next. So I'm back by the bus station in Old Town. What happened is I'm cold and stuff ain't opening for another hour or two. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to jump on one of the buses. Rather than spend $75 for a stupid trolley, I believe I have a bus pass, unlimited trolleys and bus passes, maybe a different trolley, I don't know, for $6. So as you can see right there, that bus goes right to SeaWorld. So that was one of the things I was going to do. But again, that goes to my example. I take that bus to SeaWorld. Now I don't have to pay $40 to park the car. But I'm going to wait for bus number 8 because everybody told me I should go to Belmont Park and Mission Beach. I have no idea what's there, but that's what I was told to do. So since Old Town is not even open yet, I figure I'll get on a bus, I'll warm up, and I'll test out my $6 theory, see if that works, and I'll see what the hell Belmont Park is, and we'll take it up there. Okay, so there goes the bus. And just to quickly summarize, I got a Mission Beach. I think that says Belmont Park. People told me I should go there, so I'll go there. In terms of the bus pass, yeah, how it worked was I bought the pass yesterday. The app is called Pronto. You install the app, and supposedly the advice I got was you put $6 on the app, okay? And each bus ride is $2.50. And apparently, if you continue to use the bus pass and you hit $6, it's on the house after that. So supposedly it's a maximum of $6. I don't know if any of this crap's going to work. I have no idea, but we're going to find out. I only put $6 on it, so if they tell me I can't get on the bus, that'll tell me it doesn't work so well. But anyway, that's where we are. I have no idea what any of this crap is, but people told me to go. I couldn't see sticking around in Old Town. I was freezing my ass off anyway, and nothing's open for another hour or two. So anyway, so let's go see what we got. I am on Mission Beach. I don't know if you've ever seen it. That's called water. More importantly, though, look what I found. Hoodies, $10. $10. I'm freezing my ass off. So maybe I get a hoodie. I don't know. Maybe I got to shop around. I got to be $10. But at least I have options. And again, in case you haven't seen it, water. All right, to be continued. In case you're curious, I walked all of Mission Beach. It wasn't really that far. I'm standing on rocks. And basically what it is as you walk along Mission Beach, you see water. And then when you keep walking, you see more water. And then you're not going to believe this. If you keep walking after that, you see more water. That's pretty much Mission Beach. People run back and forth. I don't know where they're running to or from. There's nothing here other than water. I was looking for the bikini babes, but it's kind of cold, so I got screwed on that deal, no pun intended. And that's it. So I think that it concludes the exciting analysis of Mission Beach. My mission now is to get the hell out of here and warm up. All right, so let's see what else I find. I'm still on Mission Beach, by the way. Remember I said I was looking for bikini babes? I kid you not. Look, Amish. That's how pathetic my sex life is. I come to San Diego Beach to see the bikini babes, and I literally found nice folks. I said howdy to them, but what are the odds I'm going to find an Amish family completely covered, particularly the daughters, and that's it. So welcome to my life. So anyway, in case you don't remember, that's what water looks like. There you go. All right, onward. Just to document it, I got done with the beach. I got back on the bus. I used my Pronto app, and apparently they didn't charge me. So I guess that theory is if you get up on the bus within 2 or 3 hours, they don't charge you. I still haven't tested out the theory about a maximum of $6. But anyway, this again, I'm standing in front of the bus to go to SeaWorld. So I might come back and do SeaWorld. I don't know. I mean, I just did the one in Orlando, but who the hell knows? Anyway, if anybody wants to join me, as always, let me know. All right, since I'm back in Old Town, I'm gonna pop in now that that's open and it's finally warmed up. Now it's pretty comfortable. So anyway, let's see what I find next. I'm back in Old Town, and basically, it's an old town. They made it look historic, and it's all shopping basically. So it's a good thing I'm here by myself because we'd be here forever. So anyway, in case you haven't seen stores, there's stores here. More stores. Yep, good thing I'm by myself. Well, that pretty much sums up Old Town. I didn't bother filming very much. It's a bunch of old stuff. Old buildings and shops and more old stuff and a museum and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I didn't bother filming it. It wasn't terribly exciting to even be there. I can't imagine how exciting it would be to record the silly things like recording fireworks. Anyway, I bumped into somebody and they told me that I should take the trolley. I said, oh, okay, well, where's it go? And they go, I don't know, but you should take it. It goes downtown. So that sounds very appealing, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm very close to the Old Town Central bus trolley thingy, so I'm just going to jump on a trolley and see where it goes. Who the hell cares? Presuming it's free, of course. Free is for me. According to that, trolley's that way. So let's go see. Apparently, this is what they call a trolley. I call it a train. But, so, I don't know where these things go. Here's a great chart. I see Little Italy. So maybe I'll look at cannolis. So, presuming I can figure out how to get there. All right, well, hopefully this is free. So, I just scanned in my ticket there. And this is the trolley I'm taking. And we'll see where it goes. I'm trying to get to Little Italy. I don't even know if there's any Italians there, but let's go find out. I just got off the trolley, which, again, is a train. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. And I'm now supposedly in Little Italy. In terms of the money situation, they did charge me another $2.50, so I'm down to $1. So the next time I take a tram or a trolley or whatever it is, we're going to see if this theory works, because every ride is supposed to be $2.50. I only have $1 left. I was told it maxes out at $6, and everything after that's on the house. But anyway, here's the trick question. Is that a trolley or is that a train? That says it's not a trolley. So anyway, let's go see if there's any Italians here. Maybe get a slice of pie. All right, so I got off at Little Italy. The trolley, train, whatever the hell that thing is only a block away. So I went this way. Look at that. Cruise ship terminal. It's a sign. It's a sign that I should go on a cruise. Anyway, that's how this whole trip started. I was trying to get a cruise, and nobody would go with me, and they want to charge me double. But anyway, since I'm here, let's go see where the hell the cruise ships are, and then I'll get a slice of pizza at Little Italy. I found the ship, but that's not a cruise ship. So, but I did find the water, obviously. So I bet you the cruise ship's right around here. But I kind of hope the cruise ship's not here, because if it is, I'm going to be so tempted just to jump on board and say screw it. I have my passport card. I'm technically allowed on, but hopefully the ship's not here. Hopefully the ship's not here. Otherwise, God only knows where I'm going to end up. I got bad news and I got good news. I give you the bad news first. The bad news is I found the cruise port. That's where the gigantic cruise ships clearly port, because I can see that's where you check in and that's how you get on board. So that's the bad news that I found. The good news, though, is there's no giant ship here, which is probably good, because I may have just jumped on and be like, hey, how much for a last minute ticket, and then just went. So anyway, I now know how to get here, so this would be easy peasy. So if anybody wants to do a cruise, 50-50 of course, let me know. And by the way, if you go on the cruise with me, it's half price. They always charge you extra if you go solo, so you literally would be my coupon. So I know that's horrifying to most of you women in Arizona, but if anybody wants to go to a cruise, get in touch. You can go to Pizzelli.com. I'm sure my social calendar will be wide open. And in the meantime, let me go find Little Italy now that I know where to take a cruise from, and maybe I get a slice of pie and cannoli. All right, I'm right by the the cruise ships and stuff. I figured I'd point this out for the people that yell at me. See that? The trolley? That's that $50 to $75 trolley that I didn't do. So that goes to show you. You could spend $50 to $70. Could take you the exact same spot that my $6 supposedly unlimited ticket did. So again, Mr. Frugality, here I am, ladies. Line up. No fighting. Form a line. I'm available. Right. I made it to Little Italy. So now it's time. Gee, I thought that was the mafia the way that guy pulled up. Anyway, Little Italy. So let's see if I get a slice of pie for cheap. I left Little Italy. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I didn't get my pizza. It was $6 a slice. I couldn't spend $6 a slice for pizza. It's actually cheaper for me to. I'm gonna be at the airport later tonight. It's cheaper for me to fly to New York and get a real pizza. So I couldn't spend $6 for a freaking slice of pie. To make matters worse, there were none of these places where I could just grab a slice. I gotta sit down. Most of the guys are wearing suits. I gotta sit down and order. That means I gotta pay them a tip, a tax. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. So then I said, all right, I'll just buy a whole pizza. But that was about $22. Then with the tax and tip, you're like $25, $30. I just wanted a slice of pizza. So anyway, I'm now on my way to try and find Balboa Park. So if you take a look, I don't know if that's the train, the monorail, an airship. I don't know what the hell these people call it, but I think I'm gonna walk a little bit, and then I think I'm getting on a bus, presuming they call it a bus. Okay, anyway, that's the scoop. I have no idea if that's the trolley or not, but I'm just gonna walk a little bit extra and take the bus, presuming it's still called the bus. Maybe it identifies as a bus. but it's really a trolley. You know what I mean? So anyway, the journey continues. It's official. I'm on the bus, presuming this identifies as a bus and not a boat or a ship or a helicopter. I still don't understand how they call the trolley the train and the train the trolley. That's why I took the bus. I was like, I can't figure it out. Anyway, the point of this story is this. I was down to $1. I used the app, no problems getting on it. So it looks like that is true. You hit $6, that's the max. You can just travel all damn day. So that's good because I wasn't sure how I was going to add more money to it and stuff. And I'm frugal. So all right, so now I'm on my way to Balboa Park. What's there? I have no idea, but some people said you should go. So I said, all right, it's free for me, I'm going. All right, so onward. Well, I'm in Balboa Park, but it wasn't easy. I didn't know that they weren't going to name the stop Balboa Park. So I passed it on the bus. So then I had to get off the bus, get on another bus and come back. But that reaffirms that it's unlimited bus tickets because I'm way over budget by now. So anyway, so I'm at this carousel. I thought this was a look. Did you see that? It says a free ride to hold it on brass ring. I said over there, you're supposed to throw the brass rings and stuff. So I don't know if they actually do it, but here I am. I don't really know what Balboa Park is, but I'm gonna go float around and check it out. And I only have a few hours left because I still got to get back to the airport. In fact, I asked the bus driver. I was like, "Hey, how do you get to the airport from this Balboa Park?" He's like, "Well, you take this bus to that bus to this bus." Who the hell knows? I might be sleeping here. But anyway, the journey continues. So I'm somewhere in Balboa Park. I think this is Balboa Park. But look at this cool artwork. Look at that. Anyway, back to the artwork. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Maybe we should go back in and take another look at the artwork.
Didn't even know where you're going.
Yeah, let's go look at the artwork.
I thought I was smiling, apparently not.
That's cool. She looks like she'd be pissed if I used the coupon. I think this is Balboa Park. I like what they did with the colors, and I just got out of there with the artwork, which is awesome. Can't afford anything. I didn't even bother taking photographs of the pictures. But free admission is free for me. So anyway, let's continue to look around. This place is pretty neat. Maybe I should have come here first because I only have a few hours left before I got to get back to the airport. So, but anyway, let's go check it out. All right. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, but it's free. All right. I don't know what I'm looking at, but more stuff. That one was $20. Whoops, watch the step. Anyway, that one was $20. I hate museums anyway, but I walked in just to check it out. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of stuff. I mean, a bunch of art. But the other artwork was more interesting. That's all, you know, professional mumbo jumbo. So anyway, we're going to continue on and hit all the freebies because I really just can't justify paying money to look at stuff. You know, there's plenty of stuff to look at that's for free, and what's the saying? Free is for me. So onward. Here's another museum behind me, but that one was $20 too, so I'm skipping it. But look, we go. There's museums everywhere. It's like a nightmare. Well, look at this. Look at that museum. I thought it's a cannabis. That's cannibal. So, you know, this is perfect. I used to date a vegan. This would be perfect for her. Anyway, let's go see the admission fee so I can walk out of that one too. More museums. Isn't this exciting? I hate museums. Kind of looks like a blueberry. The blueberry is leaving, and I think I may do the same. There's a lot of pretty buildings here, but it's all museums. And some of the museums don't do things. One of these beautiful buildings has model railroad trains in it. And I'm like, really? That's what you put in the building? So anyway, I think I'm gonna adios. I hate museums. It's boring. Plus, especially where they charge it, but it's just boring. Pretty building, right? But you see what it says? Museum of Model Railroads. And I'm like, really? So, boring. Should make it something interesting like boobs, you know, video games, chocolate, something good. About 4:45, and I just got done with the boring museums in Balboa. pretty much skipped all the museums. And now I'm at the bus station, and supposedly I'm going to take this bus, said I'm going to go to another stop, and I'm going to start gradually getting back to the airport. So let's see how it goes. All right, so I just got off the bus. Again, good news. Yeah, it's unlimited buses and trains and planes, whatever the hell they want to call these things. But yeah, it's unlimited. $6 all day. And it took me here. And from what I'm told, what I could see, Google Maps is right on the money this time. Google Maps sucks in Miami. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in Seattle. But here in San Diego, Google Maps is perfect. According to Google Maps, if I take the 9:29 bus, it's going to take me right to the airport. So I was a little ahead of schedule, but I just got an email. Turns out my flight is delayed, which is great. Good, because I didn't feel like going back anyway. So it is now about 5 o'clock. I figure stuff's going to start closing anyway. So I'm going to go get something to eat. And then, you know, I'll gradually make my way back. But anyway, so that is the scoop. So you know, I get something to eat and then we'll play it by ear. But I don't think I'm going to tackle very much more today because it's 5 o'clock. I figure most stuff is going to start closing anyway. And this is the place I go to get right to the airport. So I'm going to go, I got to float around probably for an hour or so. Oh, I even see the bus coming. So I'm not going to take the bus. I'm going to float around for about an hour or so. Going to push my luck, get something to eat. I couldn't spend $6 on a freaking slice of pie though. I just couldn't do it. And then eventually I'll get back to the airport, I think. So it's sad that the trip is concluding, but I think I pretty much covered everything on it. So we'll see. We'll see if I make it back. All right, so I walked around a bit, looked at some restaurants. I was actually going to get a pizza. I just looked. The pizza was like $26 for regular pie. It's crazy. Hey, anyway, look at this. Orkin, $50. $50. So for all you schmucks, morons and knuckleheads that keep yelling at me saying, hey, you should have rented a car. You should have rented a car. No, it doesn't pay, man. Public transportation was awesome here. $6 all day. You can get in and out super quick. Otherwise, every time you got to move the car, you got to pay. If I go to SeaWorld, $40 to pay. If I came over here, which is fairly close to that boring museum place I just left, that's $50 a day. So screw you guys. You guys are out of your mind. Much prefer public transportation. $6 all day. You jump on and off the train, the boat, the plane, whatever the hell they call it out here. I have no idea. Anyway, back to the food. I just looked at pizza pies. It's like $25 for a pizza pie. It's nuts. So, and everybody's going to hate me. I know I'm going to get even more hate mail, but I'm not spending $25 on a freaking pizza pie. I know everybody's, you should be so cheap. But you know what? You guys keep paying these asinine, ridiculous, unfair, unconscionable prices. They're just going to keep raising the prices. So, I'm doing my part. And what I'm going to do is, don't laugh, don't sigh, don't cringe. I'm going to go and see if there's a Papa John's around here because I believe Papa John's has a special large pie with a topping, if I memory serves me, is $9.99, I think. So that's where I'm going. Let's go see if it works out. I got it. Large one-topping pizza, $9.99. It's a lot better than $6 a slice. It'll hold me over until I get back home. Yeah, laugh all you want, but I ain't spending $6 a slice. Screw you. I did it. I got my Papa John's pizza. I'm not spending $6 a slice. It came out to about $10.50. Papa John's pizza with chicken, and you know, it'll hold me over. So screw you guys. I'm eating my pizza, and I'm not breaking the bank. All right. And by the way, if I spent the $6 on the slice, or I got a pizza for the $25, then they're probably going to charge me another 3% for the credit card plus a tip. That's like another $4. It's ridiculous. So anyway. Bon appetit. I'm enjoying my pizza for $10.50. Screw everybody. I'm back at the spot, 992. Supposed to take that bus and get back to the airport. Kind of ironic ending to this whole thing. In terms of the pizza that I got, the Papa John's pizza, I was standing about 2 blocks away. I was, you know, standing on the street eating the pizza. And then, you know, and I saw a couple gentlemen who were homeless. They're having a tough time. So I felt like a dick sitting there eating pizza. You know, I could see them in the distance. They weren't anywhere near me. They were, you know, like a block away. So I ate half of it, and then, you know, I gave them the other half. You know what? I don't eat the pizza anyway, and there you go. So, moral to the story is if I spent $6 for a slice of pie, I would have gotten more pizza. But listen, it's good enough. Anyway, I think that's a good way to end the trip. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's on a positive note or not, but you know, certainly they seem to enjoy the pizza a hell of a lot more than I was enjoying the pizza anyway, because it wasn't all that great. So anyway, that is the scoop. we'll see if my bus comes, and it should. And I'm going to be at the airport, and this may be concluding my trip. And that is that. So bon voyage, or see you next time, or whatever happens, happens. After I gave away my half a pizza, I walked a few blocks. I came here, got on the bus, no problems again. The app works perfectly. It's a maximum of $6. I'll tell you what, if anybody comes to San Diego, I highly recommend you don't rent a car. Just do exactly what I did. I was kind of a paint by numbers. That's kind of why I did this stupid, boring video anyway. Folks were asking me, how the hell do you move around if you don't have a car? You've never been there. Well, you kind of wing it. So this time I didn't have egg on my face. It worked out, but sometimes it doesn't go so smoothly. But the point is the trip's going to conclude. I'm heading back to the airport. This bus should take me right to the airport. If this is a bus, like I said, I think it identifies as a plane. But be that as it may, it's going to get me back to the airport. And I'm a bit early because they delayed the flight a little bit. But I think it's time to go after that pizza incident. You know what? It's a good time to go. So I had a blast. San Diego was a lot of fun. I might come back and do the SeaWorld fiasco. But of course, you know it, I'm going to use a coupon. So until next time, bon voyage, even though I'm not on a boat. Although this could technically be a boat.